All right, we are back here for race number 2 here at the USA Speedway. Mike Peterson, Shea Paulo with you here with the Dirt Slingers. TimsSims Monday Night Thunder Series. Race control doing the driver's meeting right now. Had a little bit of an issue there in race number 1 that is getting cleared up. Something with the restart rule. I think it was in that B main. So getting that squared away. Got 26 cars taking time here in practice. We're going to get ready to headed to qualifying in the Lucas Oil qualifying session. What's up, Kevin? How are you? Going to give away 2 Tim's Dirt Track Simulator prize packs here in race number 2. Going to send it down to tonight's national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we are back here. Got 32 cars taking time. Cody Hartlob, fast qualifier, 20.088. Michael Sheridan, Michael Meek, Josh Stanky, Mason Hannigan. So Cody Hartlob is the Lucas Oil Quick Time winner. So we got the USA Speedway here. A lot different from Eldora. Shea, what do you think we're going to see here in race number 2?
It'd be interesting to see if race control gives these guys an option to reset the track before the preliminary mains. USA gets pretty wild and bumpy, especially as this many cars put laps on it over and over and over. As we all know, famous turn 4 hole. This thing can turn into a supercross track pretty quick, but early on in the night, I mean, the top 10 qualifiers, less than a tenth separating them, so we should see pretty good tight racing here for the first 4 heat races I think we have.
I think we got 5 actually.
5 heat races.
Sure. We only had, I think it was about 27 or 28 taking time, but we do have 5 heat races on tap. Likes and shares to the broadcast, please. That'd be greatly appreciated. Start some watch parties as well. That'd be awesome.
USA is the reason I'm in the booth tonight. Ran 40 laps here last night. Hands are still sore.
You're bouncing down the front straightaway.
Oh, yeah.
All right, getting these guys moving here on the racetrack and give you the starting lineup. Starting on the pole in the number 40, that is Cody Hartlob. Starting at his outside in the Liquid Nitro Racing. Duke Distributing, Quality Freight Rate, Mars Race Cars, number 7. From Menominee, Wisconsin, that is Jimmy Mars. Starting in third spot in the Casey's General Store. Number 4 from Des Moines, Iowa. That is Jason Randolph. Starting fourth in the Car Crafters Topper Town. Number 38 from Albuquerque, New Mexico. That is Travis Oldfield. Starting fifth in the number 13 from Lebanon, Missouri. That is Alex Good. Starting sixth in the 41. That's Kyle TESMER. Starting seventh in the 54. That is Matt Westfall. And starting eighth in the 29. That is Brad Lamberson. 8 cars going 8 laps here in heat race number 1, presented by Super Clean. What's going on, Tim? How are you, my friend? All right, getting ready to go green here for heat race number 1, presented by Super Clean. Cody Hartlaw, Jimmy Mars on the front row. Pace truck's off. It will be pace truck's off. Green flag. Hartlaw slides in front of Mars as they work into turn number 1. Jimmy Mars going to fall back in line in second. Jason Randolph working in the third spot. Travis Oldfield fourth. Kyle TESMER in fifth. Cody Hartlaw off turn number 4 to lead lap number 1. Jimmy Mars in second. Jason Randolph third. Travis Oldfield and Kyle TESMER rounding out the top 5.
So far, so good. Well, maybe get that straight. He can. It looks like Travis Oldfield. A little bit of incident there with TESMER, maybe. Hartlaw, Mars, and Randolph still in those top 3 transfer spots. As they put a little bit of gap on the rest of the field. Looks like that turn 4 hole already developing as these guys put laps on it. Single file pretty much here through the rest of the field right now.
Cody Hartlaw still out front. We have one into the outside fence there. Kyle TESMER in the 13 machine in the outside fence. Going to gather it back up. Still on the gas. Cody Hartlaw completing lap number 3 that time. Jason Randolph under fire from Jimmy Mars. Mars throwing the slide job. Randolph will cross him back over as they work down the back straightaway. Jason Randolph will take back second. Jimmy Mars in third. Kyle TESMER fourth. Alex Good back here in fifth with 4 down, 4 to go as they go into turn number 1.
Great battle between these top 3 right here. Looks like Mars wants to throw another slider on Randolph. Randolph's going to cut back underneath as they go down the backstretch side by side into turn 3 now. Hartlob's still leading the way. He's going to run a slider line. Randolph going to follow him out in front of Mars now. Mars trying to get the drive off the corner. Doesn't look like he's able to hold enough speed to catch back up to Randolph. Hartlaw, Randolph, and Mars now your top 3.
Jason Randolph trying to get up to Cody Hartlaw. As they work through turns 3 and 4, they're going to see 2 laps to go this next time by. Front 3 cars pulling away. Kyle TESMER riding in fourth. Travis Oldfield side by side with Alex Good for fifth. Brad Lamberson in the 7th spot. Matt Westfall taking the pit road. He will finish in the 8th spot. Through turns 3 and 4, white flag will be in the air here for Cody Hartlaw here off turn number 4.
Randolph with 4 more corners to try and put a move on here and get a good starting spot. We do have the pole dash, so as long as these top 2 guys can hang on, they might get lucky and get with the pole draw. Jimmy Mars, though, just hanging out in third. He'll come home, looks like, in that final transfer spot as they come off 4 here for the checker flag. Hartlaw, Randolph, and Mars.
Cody Hartlaw will win heat race number 1, presented by Super Clean. Jason Randolph will finish in second. Jimmy Mars third. Kyle TESMER, Travis Oldfield, the top 5. All right, getting heat race number 2 onto the racetrack now. Heat race number 2 presented by Hoosier Tire. Got 7 cars getting ready to go here in heat race number 2. All right, getting race number 2 ready. right, getting ready to go here. Starting lineup will be starting on the pole in the Dave Blaney Sim Team. J&B Medical Supply, Wicked Energy Gum, number 15 from Farmington, Minnesota. That is Michael Sheridan. On his outside in the second spot in the PG Racing, Ted Brown Quality Paint and Body Shop, number 92 from Hopstead, Indiana. That is Peyton Grease. Starting in the third spot in number 21, that is Carson Meek, Starting fourth in the Black Diamond Motorsports Ultimate Dirt TV, number 10 from Warrensburg, Missouri. That is Ryan Scheidt. Starting fifth in the number 21 on his car, that is going to be Dale Jordanson. Starting sixth in the Team City Machine, the 77 of Mark Pinsky. And starting in seventh in the TimsSims Wicked Cushion iRacing, number 24, that is Tim Nichols. So 7 cars going 8 laps here in heat race number 2, presented by Hoosier Tire. Going to go green one more time. Going to go around and go green next time.
One good thing about these long pace laps, if there is one, it gives these drivers a lot of time to kind of scout the track, where they want to go, find the moisture. Right now, it still looks like it's going to be pretty top dominant. Maybe a slider line coming in here pretty soon, but a lot of speed in this heat race. Should be a good one.
All right, getting ready to go. Sheridan and Grease on the front row. Pace truck's about ready to hit pit road. We got 8 laps. Pace truck's off. Green flag. Huge jump by Michael Sheridan into turns 1 and 2. Carson Meek looking to the inside. He's going to take over second. Dale Jordanson to the third. Peyton Grease falling back to fourth. Ryan Scheidt fifth. Mark Pinsky, Tim Nichols. Peyton Grease looking to the inside of Jordanson for the third spot. Can't get it that time as Jordanson will take back third. Ryan Scheidt right up against the outside fence. He wants that 4th spot. He's going to try to cross back as Grease went up against the outside fence. Ryan Scheidt looking to the inside. He wants a 2 for 1 here in turn number 3. Ryan Scheidt trying for that 3rd spot. Couldn't do it as Jordanson battles back on the outside. Peyton Grease looking for the slide job here through turns 1 and 2. A little bit of contact as they work off turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
Great battle for third here right now in that final transfer spot. Grease going to try and slide back up, leaving each other a little bit of room. A little bit of a bump there as Jordison hits the wall and gathers it back up. Scheidt's going to go by now as they go to 1 and 2. Grease in that final transfer spot is Scheidt and looks like Pinsky got by Jordison now. As they try to battle back, Jordison back on the inside of Pinsky to take over 6. Down to 3 and 4. It's that slider line that's coming in right now. Looks like Grease, good run, going to hang on to third. Jordison trying to battle side by side with Scheidt as they come to the line with 4 to go.
4 to go. Still Sheridan and Meek out front. Peyton Grease riding in third. Ryan Scheidt in the 4th spot. Dale Jordanson. Mark Pinsky, the top 6. As they're going to see 3 to go this next time by here off turn number 4. Single file as they work into turn number 1. Dale Jordanson trying to look on the inside. Couldn't do it. It's going to allow Pinsky to get into Jordanson. Hard contact. Both cars keep their foot in the gas. No caution as both cars stay under control. 2 to go that time for Michael Sheridan, Carson Meek, and Peyton Grease out front with Ryan Scheidt in the 4th spot trying to get into that final transfer spot.
Top 3 pulling away from Scheidt. Now we try to find something on the bottom there in 1 and 2. Not there quite yet. He'll try and gain some time here. Run the slider line in 3 and 4. But it looks like these top 3 right now with 1 to go now are going to have about 10, 15 car lengths over Scheidt. If they can just keep it clean, they'll find themselves in the feature.
Down the back straightaway in the turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Michael Sheridan, Peyton Grease, Carson. Sheridan's going to win, and Carson Meek will finish in second. Peyton Grease will finish in third. Ryan Scheidt, Mark Pinsky, Dale Jordanson, Tim Nichols. Michael Sheridan wins heat race number 2 presented by Hoosier Tire. Going to get heat race number 3 now onto the racetrack. All right, getting these guys lined up here on the front straightaway. Waiting on one more 2 grid. Guy's going to have 7 cars. No, going to have 6 cars. Missing one.
Rylan Gray looks like in that 4th spot missed the start. So
Yes, sir. All right, getting the grid here. Starting on the pole into number 22, that is Michael Meek. Starting on his outside in the JJR Racing. Number 17 from Lima, Ohio, that is Justin Sly. Starting 3rd in the Brown and Miller Racing Solutions. Number 88 from Concord, North Carolina, that is John Harper. Scheduled to be 4th is Rylan Gray, but he's not here. Starting 5th in the Scott King's Design. Number 86 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that is Scott King. And starting in 6th in the 631, that is Chad Patrick. And starting in 7th in the 64, that is William Money. So 6 cars going 8 laps here for heat race number 3. Likes and shares to the broadcast, please. That would be greatly appreciated. Start some watch parties as well if you can. That'd be awesome as well. Share it to any groups that you're a part of. That would be enjoying some dirt racing here tonight. All right, getting ready to go here. 6 cars going 8 laps here in heat race number 3. Pace truck is off. Green flag. Huge, huge jump by Michael Meek on the drop of the green flag going into turn number 1. John Harper in the 2nd spot. Justin Sly 3rd. Scott King, Chad Patrick battling here for the 4th position going into turn number 3. Chad Patrick will take 4th. Scott King 5th. William Money in 6th. But Michael Meek out front by half a second as they go into turn number 1.
single file right now. Looks like these guys have kind of noticed the middle's going away. Looking for running the wall there in 1 and 2. Slider line look like it might still be there for Meek as he's coming out of 4 with pretty good momentum. Harper and Sly right on the back tail tank there of Harper as they go down into 1 and 2. Patrick King and William Money, the rest of the field here.
Michael Meek down the back straightaway, going into turns 3 and 4. Gonna complete lap number 3. 5 laps to go left here in heat race number 3, presented by Red Lobster. John Harper still riding in the 2nd spot. Justin Sly 3rd. Chad Patrick 4th. Scott King in 5th. William Money 6th. Pretty much everybody single file working through turns 3 and 4. Here 4 down, 4 to go for Michael Meek as he works down the front straightaway going into turn number 1.
Single file, big gaps between all these cars now. Looks like just like Eldora, looks maybe 1 and 2 kind of wearing out a little bit faster than 3 and 4. The exit of 2 getting really sketchy. There we see Chad Patrick kind of getting really sideways, losing ground to Justin Sly, who's hanging on to that final transfer spot right now.
Michael Meek pulling away by 1.3 seconds now over John Harper and Justin Sly. Chad Patrick to front 4. Michael Meek working down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. He goes. Going to see 2 laps to go here off turn number 4 here in heat race number 3, presented by Red Lobster. John Harper 2nd. Justin Sly, Chad Patrick, Scott King, and William Money rounding out 6 cars still running here in heat race number 3. As they work down the back straightaway one more time. Michael Meek through turns 3 and 4. Going to see the white flag in the air this time.
With a huge lead over the rest of this field right now. Play it safe through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. He'll find himself with a pretty good spot Same with Harper in that pole dash. Sly out in front of Chad Patrick by a pretty good margin as well. The top three. Straight to the feature. The rest of these three are going to go through the alphabet soup.
Michael Meek off turn number 4 off the outside fence, and he will win. Heat race number 3 presented by Red Lobster. John Harper second, Justin Sly third, Chad Patrick, Scott King, and then William Money rounding out heat race number 3. All right, 2 left here before we get to the consolation races. Going to have 7 cars here in heat race number 4 presented by Simpson Race Products. Wait, now one more to grid. Not sure if Brady Baldwin is here or not in the server. Looks like we're going to roll with 6 here. Not sure if Brady is here. I believe he's still here. They're calling for him, but I'm not sure if he's in. I think he's gone. So, oh, he's flashing. I believe his ping is pretty high, so he's flashing here. Way from down under. It's already Tuesday, so
I'll keep an eye on that 1300 ping right now for Brady Baldwin.
They're moving him to the back from race control, so he gets that ping scored away. But getting the starting lineup here, starting on the pole in the Black Diamond Motorsports, TimsSims Ultimate Dirt TV, number 80 from Plymouth, Wisconsin. Race number 1 winner is Josh Stanky. Starting on his outside in the big game tree stands, number 175, that is Jim Turner. Starting in the 3rd spot in the Team SETI, Wicked Relief Gun with CDB, Wicked Cushion number 25 from Ontario, Ohio, that is Kevin Click. Starting in the 4th spot in the TimsSims, number 75 from Marion, Michigan, that is Steve Turner. Scheduled to be 5th is the SRT MG Contracting, number 32 from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, that is Brady Baldwin. Starting in 6th in the Alzheimer's Awareness Dirt Racing Network number 14, that is Jeff Peterson, and in the 7th spot in the number 30, that is Brett Strickler. So 7 cars in here. Brady Baldwin is really all over the place, blinking. Going 8 laps, top 3 to tonight's A main here for heat race number 4, presented by Simpson Race Products.
Unfortunate situation there for Brady. You're going to have to start behind 2 cars that he normally wouldn't have had to. See if you can get it cleared up here as we head to lap 1 and maybe make up some ground.
Pace trucks ready to hit pit road. It will. Going to have 6 cars as Baldwin is all over the track here. Green flag in the air. Great jump by Josh Stanky into turns 1 and 2. Kevin Click, Jim Turner, Steve Turner trying to look on the inside for 3rd. He's going to take the 3rd spot into turn number 3. Brett Strickler in the 5th position, right behind Jim Turner here off turn number 4. Click got that bump there off turn number 4. It really upset the car, but he kept his foot in the gas. Josh Stanky still out front. Kevin Click, Steve Turner, Brett Strickler, Jim Turner, Jeff Peterson, the 6 cars here in heat race number 4.
Strickler making up a lot of ground in 1 and 2 on the bottom there. Not quite there in 3 and 4 there, but that hole is so treacherous on the top. I think he's just trying to stay out of trouble and maybe hope one of those guys makes a mistake down there. But right now he's kind of running bottom in the middle of 1 and 2 and picking up ground as these guys run that lap on laps over and over on the exit of 2 there. It gets really slick on 2 and in 4. Looks like Strickler going to venture up there now with a big slide job on Turner. He's got that 3rd and final transfer spot. Turner falls back to 4th. He tries to gain more ground as they go to 1 and 2.
Josh Stanky, Kevin Click still out front. Brett Strickler in the 3rd spot. Steve Turner, Jim Turner, Jeff Peterson. The 6 cars here in heat race number 4 with 4 laps to go here off turn number 4. Josh Stanky, Kevin Click. Everybody pretty much single file as they work through turns 1 and 2. Stinky down the back straightaway, looking to go into turns 3 and 4. Going to see 3 laps to go next time by here off turn number 4.
See all 3 of those front cars taking the big bounce back towards the inside of this track as they come out of 4. You get a lot more cars on this track when the feature comes around. It's going to be hard to run that line. A lot of these guys like to run that top side and then kind of cut down the track, but when there's guys running the bottom like we see Strickler trying again right now, it gets a little bit too tight for that. We'll see how this goes as the night goes on, but right now it looks like the top and 1 and 2 is really dominant as Steinke just continues to be perfect up there.
Josh Stanky working into turn number 3. Going to see the white flag this time by here in off turn number 4 in heat race number 4, presented by Simpson Race Products. Josh Stanky, Kevin Click, Brett Strickler, Steve Turner, Jim Turner, Jeff Peterson. The 6 cars here running in heat race number 4. Kevin Click trying to do everything he can. Brett Strickler on the bottom side of the racetrack. Josh Stanky up against the outside fence, and Josh Stanky will win heat race number 4, presented by Simpson Race Products. Kevin Click second, Brent Strickler, Steve Turner, Jim Turner, and Jeff Peterson. All right, going to get final heat race on to the racetrack. Hi, Janet. How are you? Yeah, Mike, Humpty Bump Jump there off turn number 4. Yes, sir. All right, got 6 cars here. Missing 1. All right, starting on the pole here for heat race number 5, presented by Kier Speed Shop. In the Team SCHEIDT Sim Styles Dirt Armada number 1 from Pittsboro, Indiana, that is Mason Hannigan. Starting in the second spot in the Black Diamond Motorsports UDTV Dirty Dicks number 91, that is Ernie Williams. Starting third in the number 24 from Fremont, Ohio, that is Alex Staudiger. Starting fourth in the Bill Russell Ford number 96 from Starksville, Mississippi, that is Matt Dixon. Starting fifth in the Dave Blaney Sim Team, Mohawk Northeast, J&B Medical Supply, JZ iRacing Photography number 50 or number 5 from York, Pennsylvania. That is Jeremy Zarfos. And starting in sixth in the 00, that is Kenny Wentz. 6 cars, 8 laps, top 3 to tonight's 8 main. Everybody else to the prelim mains. Should be up after this.
The importance of qualifying on display here in this heat race, with between Hannigan down to Dixon and there in fourth, just barely over a tenth of a second. For those of you watching, just clap your hands. That's about of a tenth of a second there. That's the difference between these 4 cars right now. But it's 4 spots. 3 of them are going to make it. We'll see who can get a good jump here on this start.
All right. Getting ready to go green. Pace truck about ready to hit pit road. Heat race number 5, presented by Kier Speed Shop, underway. Mason Hannigan, Ernie Williams, Matt Dixon looking to the inside of Williams. Can't do it there off turn number 2. Trying to get alongside of them as they work down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Matt Dixon on the bottom, Ernie Williams on the outside. Good battle here for the second spot off turn number 4. Still side by side as they take it at the line going into turn number 1. Matt Dixon's going to slide up. Ernie's going to drive right on by on the outside. Ernie Williams will take that second spot back. Matt Dixon third, Alex Staudiger fourth, Jeremy Zarfos fifth, and Kenny Wentz. Everybody all trying to track down Mason Hannigan here off turn number 4 as they work through the front straightaway into turn number 1.
Dixon losing a lot of speed there in the slick in 3 and 4, allowed Staudinger to recover back up to third after a poor start. Ernie Williams right now trying to track down Mason Hannigan. Those 2 will be in the pole dash. It's Staudinger, the final transfer to the A. Dixon running fourth. Zarfos right now a little bit sideways in 3 and 4 as he tries to catch up.
Mason Hannigan working through turns 1 and 2 right up against that outside fence. Ernie Williams in the second spot. Alex Staudiger third. Matt Dixon, Jeremy Zarfos, Kenny Wentz. Good battle shaping up here for the 4th spot. Jeremy Zarfos, Matt Dixon. 4th and 5th. 4 down, 4 to go as Zarfos looking to the inside of Dixon for 4th. Slide job through turns 1 and 2. Dixon slammed on the brakes, turned to the left, crossed him back over, and drove right on by and pulled away by 6 car lengths as they go into turn number 3. Mason Hannigan out front. Going to see 3 to go that time by as they go into turn number 1.
Back out to single file racing now. Zarfos going to try and track down Dixon again, but it's the top 3. Still the same running order. Hannigan, Williams, and Stoudinger are going to transfer through this. Dixon and Zarfos just battling for B main spots right now. Zarfos tries to cut down in 3 and 4 and hang on to as much moisture as he can as he pulls right up along the backside there of Dixon as they go into 1 and 2. Dixon going to protect with the slider line. Hangs onto that spot for now. Zarfos losing a little bit of speed there as he tried to cut back off the cushion, but he's still there on his tail tank. He's going to run the top. Dixon still protecting.
Mason Hannigan is going to see the white flag this time by. Going to go back here to the 4th spot. Great battle with Jeremy Zarfos, Matt Dixon. Looks like Dixon a little off the pace as Zarfos going to hang on to the 4th spot. Working through turns 3 and 4. Mason Hannigan right up against the outside fence. He's going to come off turn number 4, and he will win the Kier Speed Shop Heat Race number 5. Ernie Williams in 2nd. Alex Stoudinger 3rd. Jeremy Zarfos, Matt Dixon, and Kenny Wentz, the top 6. Mike, Mason is Randy Hannigan's son, so yes, they are related.
Like Matt Dixon there threw away a spot thinking that the race was over. He'll start on the pole now for this C main. He almost came to a complete stop there, and everybody kind of just kept going, and he must have realized there's white flag lap.
All right, getting C main onto the racetrack now. Trying to get everybody onto the track here. We have a couple that are not going to grid. Looks like we're going to go with 7, 8 cars. Starting on the pole is the number 96 of Matt Dixon. Brett Lamerson supposed to be 2nd. He's not here. Starting 3rd in the number 6, that's Dale Jordison. Starting 4th in the 64, that is William Money. Starting 5th in the 14, that's Jeff Peterson. Starting 6th in the 00, that's Kenny Wentz. Starting 7th in the 13, that's Alex Good. Starting 8th in the 24, that is Tim Nichols. And then everybody else all the way back to supposed to be the 12th spot will be the 54 of Matt Westfall. So it looks like we're going to have 8 cars going 10 laps, top 4 to the rear of the B main. Everybody trying to get into the B main here. We saw in race number 1, Bryce Bailey coming from the C main all the way up, finished 4th in the A, so it can be done. Getting the Dirty Girl and Dirty Dick Speedwear C main onto the race, or going on the racetrack, route ready to go green. 10 laps. All right, getting ready to go. All right, pace truck's about ready to hit pit road. Going 10 laps for the C main. Green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Good jump by Matt Dixon, headed into turns 1 and 2. Dale Jordison in the 2nd spot. William Money in 3rd. Alex Good in 4th. Jeff Peterson up to 5th as he got the outside fence there down the back straightaway. Peterson's going to go all the way back to 7th. Tim Nichols in 8th. Alex Good. William Money battling. Alex Good's going to take over 3rd. William Money back to 4th. Matt Westfall in 5th. Kenny Wentz, Jeff Peterson, Tim Nichols. Rounding out the gate car, still running on the racetrack. Matt Dixon. Out by a full second now over Dale Jordison as they come off turn number 4. And down the front straightaway into turn number 1.
Money trying to hang on to that final transfer spot right now. Wentz trying to catch up to him as much as he can. Both those cars getting a little sideways in 1 and 2, though, as they lose ground to the rest of these guys. Matt Dixon right now, though, after finishing 7 laps, but forgetting to finish the 8th, still pacing this field here in the C main as he tries to work through 1 and 2 on the bottom, see if anything's down there. Jordison, Alex Good, and William Money still running the top.
Couple cars off the racetrack. Jeff Peterson, Tim Nichols taking it to pit road. Tim Nichols was stopped there going into turn number 1. Jeff Peterson got the outside fence there off turn number 2. So both cars taking it to
up for
pit
that
road.
Final transfer spot right now. Wentz passing Money there. Money's got that car shaking. No pun intended for Eddie. Kenny Wentz went by him as he got into the wall on the exit of 4 there. That hole, claiming another victim. Money going to have to try and track him down now.
5 down, 5 to go here in the C main. Matt Dixon, 1.4 seconds over Dale Jordison, Alex Good, Kenny Wentz in the final transfer spot. William Money has a lot of work to do to get into tonight's B main. Matt Westfall riding in 6th. 6 cars still running on the racetrack. Matt Dixon, 4 to go that last time. Working down the back straightaway, 1.8 seconds now. Back to Dale Jordison. Matt Dixon's going to see 3 laps to go this time by as they work down the front straightaway going into turn number 1.
Big gaps between all these cars now. Everybody kind of just running test laps for themselves, finding where the lines are at. William Money still quite a ways back from Kenny Wentz. Not sure if he's going to have enough time to get back up into that transfer spot. Losing more time there in 1 and 2, as he gets a little bit sideways. Right now, it looks like the closest battle is for 3rd is Good and Wentz. Wentz trying to catch up there, maybe get himself an extra spot headed to the B main.
Matt Dixon off turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Dale Jordison, 1.5 seconds now. A little cut in that gap. Matt Dixon is going to come off turn number 4. See the white flag this time. Dale Jordison, Alex Good, Kenny Wentz, the top 4. William Money in 5th. Matt Westfall still in 6th. Everybody pretty much strung out here. As Matt Dixon is going to work through turns 3 and 4, and he's going to come off turn number 4, and he will win the Dirty Girl and Dirty Dick Speedway C main. Dale Jordison in 2nd, Alex Good 3rd, and Kenny Wentz trying to keep it under. He will finish in 4th, and William Money 5th, and Matt Westfall in 6th. All right, get B main onto the racetrack now. Going to go 12 laps. Going to have 13 cars going for the top 5 spots. Waiting for all these guys to grid.
Unfortunate Money couldn't transfer there. I had a few more puns up my sleeve.
I'm sure you did. All right, getting these guys rolling for tonight's General Tire C main. Starting on the pole will be the number 13 on the car. That'll be Kyle TESMER starting on his outside. In number 10, that's Ryan SCHEIDT. Starting in the 3rd spot in 631, that is Chad Patrick. Starting 4th in the 75, that is Steve Turner. Starting 5th in the 5, that is Jeremy Zarfo. Starting 6th in the 38, that is Travis Oldfield. Starting 7th in the 77, that's Mark Pinsky. Starting 8th in the 86, that's Scott King. Starting 9th in the 175, that's Jim Turner. Starting 10th in the 96, that's Matt Dixon. Starting 11th in the 6, that's Dale Jordison. Starting 12th in the 13, that is Alex Good. And starting in the 13th spot, that in the 00, that is Kenny Wentz. So 13 cars going 12 laps, top 5 to tonight's A main. All right, look in the description of this race broadcast. Type in the keyword. We'll give the first of 2 TimsSims prize packs. So if you type in the keyword into the chat, I'll pick one winner and you will win the one of 2 TimsSims prize packs here tonight. All right, getting ready to go green here. Pace truck's off. Green flag. Good jump by Kyle TESMER through turns 1 and 2. Ryan SCHEIDT riding in the second spot. Chad Patrick and Steve Turner side by side as Ryan SCHEIDT's looking for the race lead through turns 3 and 4. Off turn number 4, Ryan SCHEIDT will take over the race lead. A couple cars off the outside fence. Looked like Chad Patrick bounced off the outside fence there off turn number 4, excuse me. Kept his foot in the gas, kept it in the right direction. Mark PINSKI now in the 4th spot. Jeremy Zarfos looking for the 5th spot. He wants the 4th spot here off turn number 4. PINSKI on the outside, Zarfos on the inside, side by side for the 4th position. Going into turn number 1. PINSKI on the outside. Jeremy Zarfos still on the inside. Good run there off turn number 2 by Jeremy Zarfos down the back straightaway.
Zarfos looking to stay on the safe side of the track there, run the bottom. Looks like there's a lot of grip down there in 1 and 2. He's able to pull all the way up to 5th now. PINSKI right behind him trying to battle back on his inside. Dale Jordison coming from the back of this field as well. He's going to throw his hat into this race for 5th.
Great battle for the final 2 transfer spots. Mark PINSKI 4th, Jeremy Zarfos 5th, Dale Jordison in 6th. Still Ryan SCHEIDT, Travis Oldfield, Kyle TESMER, the front 3. As they work down the back straightaway. Still great battle here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Dale Jordison's going to edge ahead. Jeremy Zarfos on the outside. Going to see 5 down, 7 to go as Jeremy Zarfos hard into the outside fence. It's going to allow Scott King to go by in the 6th position.
Zarfos getting those 2 right side tires up on that wall, falling victim to that hole come out of 4. But see how much damage is on that car. It looks like it's still tracking pretty straight. He's just got a lot of time to make up now as he tries to run down. As Matt Dixon tries to slide up inside of him, can't make the move stick. Scott King right beside him now, but it's Jordison in that final transfer spot just running through the middle. Right now is Ryan SCHEIDT continues to pull away from the rest of this field out front.
Ryan SCHEIDT 1.1 seconds here off turn number 4 to complete lap number 7. 5 laps to go. Back to Travis Oldfield, Kyle TESMER, Mark PINSKI, and then Dale Jordison in the final transfer spot. Running in 5th is Mark PINSKI looking to the inside of Kyle TESMER. A little bit of contact as TESMER faded away. Not sure where Kyle TESMER went to. Out into outer space as the caution flag comes out. As Kyle TESMER brings out he had a major warp and then he's gone. I'm going to go back and see that one more time. TESMER was working off the back straightaway, came to the inside. Him and PINSKI get together going into turn number 3, and then TESMER is gone.
TESMER, his quality really dropped down there on that last lap, all the way into the 20s. So might have had a little bit of internet issue there. This is online, so we do have things like that happen, unfortunately. But
Kyle TESMER said he had the screen of death come on his screen, so it was not good there. I believe we're going to finish under caution.
Yeah, it looks like that caution really benefited Jeremy Zarfos there. Mark PINSKI was out in front of him, but he was involved with TESMER there. Looks like it gave Zarfos that 5th and final transfer spot over Mark PINSKI.
We're going to see if they come around, if the light's going to go out on the pace truck. If they do, then we'll have a 1-lap shootout. If not, they will end the B main. But Ryan Scheidt, Travis Oldfield, Dale Jordanson, Matt Dixon, Jeremy Zarfos, Mark Pinsky, Scott King, Jim Turner, Alex Good, Kenny Wince. The 10 cars still running on the racetrack. Lights are out. We're going to go green next time. So 1 lap shootout to decide tonight's B main, presented by General Tires. Mike Pendergrass, you are the winner here for tonight's TimsSims prize pack. So message the Dirt Racing Network Facebook page, private message us, and we'll get your address squared away, and we'll get you a prize pack here tonight. So we got another one to go. We're going to give it away here shortly, so hang tight, and we'll get that second prize pack underway.
Mark Pinsky must have thought they weren't going to get another lap in, because he kind of just drove himself into the wall there. And we are going to have another lap, so he kind of threw away a chance here.
We are green. 1 lap shootout to decide tonight's B main. Ryan Scheidt out front. Travis Oldfield, Dale Jordanson side by side here off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Side by side for the second spot. Side by side for the 4th position as well. Ryan Scheidt's going to come off turn number 4, and he will win the General Tires B main. Looks like Dale Jordanson's going to finish in second. Jeremy Zarfos in third. Matt Dixon 4th. And then Travis Oldfield will finish in 5th.
Another completed soup there for Dale Jordison. Back-to-back races he's been able to transfer through and head to the feature again.
All right, we're going to get 10 cars onto the racetrack now for Lucas Oil Pole Dash. Got John Harper, Mason Hannigan coming onto the racetrack. Kevin Click, Alex Stoudiger, Michael Sheridan, Michael Meek, Cody Hartlob, Jason Randolph, and Ernie Williams.
Looks like the virtual water truck will not be coming out tonight. If we would have had it, it would have been probably before those preliminary mains, and last chance probably would have been right before this, but maybe the drivers or race control electing to not go that route. So we should see a pretty bumpy, crazy USA race like usual with, what is it, 30 laps again?
30 laps, yep. We're going to be 30 laps over the moguls down the front and back straightaway here. So it'll be an interesting pole dash here, and then an interesting A main. I'm going to go 30 laps. Going to get ready to line up this pole dash presented by Lucas Oil. Race control getting these guys lined up. We're going to go 6 laps here from race control. These guys are going to get formed up here down the back straightaway, 2 by 2. 10 cars going to set the first 5 rows of tonight's A main. Going to go 6 laps. Josh Stanky, Michael Meek on the front row. Michael Sheridan, Cody Hartlob, row 2. Mason Hannigan, Jason Randolph, row 3. Carson Meek, John Harper, row 4. Kevin Click and Ernie Williams, row 5. Green flag in the air. Good jump by Josh Stanky into turns 1 and 2. 3 wide there for a second for the race lead. Josh Stanky, Michael Meek. Meek's going to edge ahead down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Michael Meek, Josh Stanky, Michael Sheridan. Here off turn number 4, side by side for the race lead. Michael Meek will have it at the line going into turn number 1. Sheridan looking on the bottom side of the racetrack. Meek is going to be the race leader. Michael Sheridan second, Josh Stanky third. Mason Hannigan fourth, Cody Hartlob in 5th. Ernie Williams, Carson Meek, Jason Randolph, Kevin Click, the top 10.
Ernie trying to work his way up through this field right now. If you know Ernie, you know he loves that top side. Doesn't matter how bumpy it gets up there, he will not come off of there no matter how crazy it is. That guy loves running the top right now. He's trying to track down his teammate against Nike, who's about fourth right now, with running side by side with Mason Hannigan. Michael Meek still out front with Michael Sheridan right behind him. Those guys running the bottom in the middle. Sheridan going to pull alongside as they head out of turn 2 down the backstretch, side by side as they go to turn 3.
Side by side for the race lead into turn number 3. Sheridan on the bottom. Meek on the outside here off turn number 4. 2 laps to go that time by from race control. Sheridan edges ahead into turns 1 and 2. Michael Meek, Josh Stanky, the front 3, going to see a good race here for a lap and a half to decide this one. Meek on the inside of Sheridan here. Michael Meek looking for the race lead here off turn number 4. Side by side, Josh Stanky wants to make it 3 wide with the white flag in the air going into turn number 1. Michael Meek, Michael Sheridan, Josh Stanky working down the back straightaway into turn number 3. See if Sheridan and Stanky have anything for Meek off turn number 4. Not going to do it. Michael Meek will win the Lucas Oil Pole Dash. Josh Stanky will finish in second. Michael Sheridan in third. Where are we at? Cody Hartlaub will finish in fourth. And Mason Hannigan will finish fifth. Kevin Click in sixth. Ernie Williams will finish 7th. Jason Randolph 8th. Carson Meek 9th. And John Harper will come home in 10th.
Great move in that final corner by Stanky there around the top and then cut down into the moisture. Was able to get around Sheridan.
All right. Run a quick commercial here as these guys get this lineup squared away.
We take you down out of the...
All right, race control ready to advance. We're going to advance, ready to go for tonight's 30-lap A-Main, presented by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. Going to give away that second prize pack. Dustin Kirk, if you're still here, Dustin Kirk, you are the winner of the second prize pack. So message the Facebook page, private message us, Mike Pendergrass and Dustin Kirk, the two winners here in race number 2. Sorry about missing that, Scott. Been awesome to see you in tonight's A-Main, buddy. All right, these guys, we got 19 cars gridded, waiting for one more, waiting for Matt Dixon to grid. All right, got all 20 cars gridded here on the racetrack.
Love that Skycam view that you have up there right
Yes,
now.
sir.
And that is such a great shot of how big this 3/4 mile track really is.
All right, cars are rolling. We're going to give you from 11th on back as we are going to rearrange those first 5 rows. Starting on the pole will be the number 7, or excuse me, starting 11th will be the number 7 of Jimmy Marr. Starting 12th, the 92 of Peyton Grease. 13th to 17 of Justin Sly. 14th to 30 of Brett Strickler. Starting 15th into 24, that's Alex Stottiger. Starting 16th to 10 of Ryan Scheidt. Starting 17th to 6 of Dale Jordison. 18th to 5 of Jeremy Zarfos. 19th to 96 of Matt Dixon. And 20th to 38 of Travis Oldfield. Well, I appreciate you coming to watch us there, Dustin. Make sure you come back on Wednesday night. I didn't even do that. Wednesday night, the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series back in action. 9 p.m. Eastern time for that one. Roger Wagner will have the call and maybe a special guest, Shea Paulo.
Quite possibly, yeah. I
Quite
think so.
possibly. All right, so maybe have both of them on the call there Wednesday night. And then I'll be back Thursday night with the Wicked Energy Gun 410 Outlaw Series race here with the Dirt Slingers, 9 p.m. Eastern time for that one as well. So we'll have a full week of racing again. Might see Shay race that one, right?
Yeah, Thursday night's gotta try and hang on to my try to get back in the top 5 for
There you
points
go.
on that one.
All right, so they're going to take the green flag here. The race control will rearrange those first 5 rows in how they race in the pole dash. That's what we're here for, Andrew, keeping you entertained while everybody's cooped up at home, and it looks like it's not going to end anytime soon. So we're here most nights, 3 nights a week. All right, Michael Meek, Josh Stanky on the front row, Michael Sheridan, Cody Hartlob, row 2, Mason Hannigan, Kevin Click, row 3, Ernie Williams, Jason Randolph, row 4, Carson Meek, John Harper, row 5, going green right here, going to lap number 31 in the top left corner of your screen. And we are green for the Tim's Dirt Track Simulator A-Main. Great jump by Michael Meek going into turns 1 and 2. Josh Stanky in the second spot. Sheridan wanted second, couldn't do it. Cody Hartlob in the 4th spot. Ernie Williams 5th. Michael Meek up against the outside fence. Josh Stanky on the bottom side. Michael Sheridan in his tire tracks. Side by side for the 3rd spot. Shaping up as a caution. Oh, we got one head up. I believe that was John Harper flipping wildly down the front straightaway. Go back and see what happened to him. Guys all over the bumps. Jason Randolph, Peyton GRIES get together as John Harper goes for a wild ride down the front straightaway into turn number 1.
Just an unfortunate situation there. It looked like Kevin Click maybe was in the wall and Randolph tried to get out of his way, but GRIES was down there, and then GRIES just down into Harper, and Harper's the one who ends up on his lid. No fault of his own.
So those guys, see those bumps really starting to form there down the front straightaway. A couple of those guys all over the bumps got them a little sideways as well.
Oh, man, there's a big wreck behind that as well. We lost a few cars.
Yeah, we got Justin Sly, Ryan SCHEIDT, and John Harper, 3 cars out of the race. See if we can rewind a little bit and see what happened to Ryan SCHEIDT as well.
SCHEIDT and Sly got together coming off of 4th. Stoudinger got into them. Big on this.
Yeah, both cars hard into the outside fence. Justin Sly, Ryan SCHEIDT, both accidents happening right at the same time. All right, going to lap number 34 now in the top left corner of the screen. Lights are going to go out on the pace truck. Going to go green next time. All right, getting ready to go green. Michael Meek, Josh Stanky, Michael Sheridan, Cody Hartlob, Ernie Williams, the front 5. Getting ready to go green here off turn number 4. Pace truck's about ready to hit pit road. Going to lap 34 in the top left corner of the screen. Green flag. Huge jump by Michael Meek going into turn number 1. Josh Stanky 2nd. Michael Sheridan 3rd. Cody Hartlob, Ernie Williams. Ernie's going to go into the 5th spot. Sheridan looking to the inside of Stanky here through turns 3 and 4. Can't do it. Off turn number 4. Michael Meek leads going into turn number 1.
Looks like a lot of moisture left in the middle of this track right now. When Ernie Williams isn't running the wall, you know something's up. There's a lot of traction still kind of around the bottom middle of this track, and he's making up ground because of it. As soon as I say that, he goes up to the wall.
Josh Stanky trying to avoid the bumps going into turn number 1 to get up to Michael Meek. All these guys right on the bottom side of the racetrack. Ernie Williams a lane off the bottom. They're in 5th. Mason Hannigan 6th. Kevin Click, Carson Meek, Jimmy Marsh, Jason Randolph. The top 10 is Michael Meeks off turn number 4. Over those bumps, Josh Stanky still riding in the 2nd position right up against the outside fence. This time for Stanky trying to get a good run here off turn number 2. Sheridan tried to get alongside of him, couldn't do it.
Hannigan bouncing off the wall there, coming out of 2. He gathers it back up, hangs on to that 7th spot. Ernie Williams and Cody Hartlob, though, a pretty good battle right now between them and Click as well. Williams with a great run out of the middle of the corner there as he pulls alongside Hartlob now. It looks like Williams really wants to stick to that middle side. He's looking at that lighter dirt, but Hartlob is so strong on the bottom right now in 1 and 2 that Williams just can't clear him.
Side-by-side battle here for the 4th position. Ernie Williams on the outside, Cody Hartlob on the inside. Kevin Click right there in the 6th spot. Good battle here for the 4th position. Still side-by-side. 3-car battle for the 4th spot. Ernie Williams going to edge ahead down the back straightaway. Hartlob's going to dive into the turn number 3 this time right up against the inside fence. Side-by-side here for the 4th spot. Over the bumps, Ernie Williams will take it into turn number 1. Still side-by-side here off turn number 2. Ernie will edge ahead down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
Great battle here. It's a battle of the drivers here in this 360 series. Everybody on the same setup, so everybody's dealing with the same car. Just a matter of who's got the most skill. Right now, Ernie really working the middle of that track really well as he's going to try and run down this top 3 now. If he can keep clear of Hartlob and run the line he wants to run, I could see Williams really I mean, he might need a caution to get up there, but that top 3 right now looks really strong, but Williams is coming.
Side-by-side back there for the 4th spot. Still side-by-side there for a second. Got a great battle shaping up here for the race lead. Michael Meek, Josh Stanky, Michael Sheridan. Down the back straightaway they go into turn number 3. Sheridan on the bottom, Meek and Stanky right up against the outside fence off turn number 4. Michael Meek will lead it at the line into turn number 1.
Meek going to venture up to the top side for the first time now. See if there's anything up there as he tries to cut down. They're going to be 3 wide off 2. Stanky on the inside of Meek now down the back stretch. See if Stanky can throw a big slider here on Meek. And unless he wants to run the bottom, he will. Just stay down there. Try and stay down there in that moisture as much as he can. Slid up a little bit. That's going to give Meek the advantage coming to the line as Meek pulls out in front again.
Josh Stanky dives to the inside this time through turns 1 and 2. Michael Sheridan right in his tire tracks. Down the back straightaway, side-by-side for the race lead. Stanky on the bottom side. Michael Meek on the outside. Josh Stanky off turn number 4 will take over the race lead. Michael Meek going to fall back in line in the 2nd spot with caution on the racetrack. I believe Jimmy Mars, Dale Jordanson down here in turn number 4. Both of them on their side. See what happened to these guys. Ooh, Jimmy Mars was around, and then Dale Jordanson had nowhere to go as they worked into turn number 4 to bring out the most recent caution flag.
Jimmy Mars just climbing the cushion there, broke the right rear on the wall, and Jordison just, like you said, nowhere to go, came flying in there.
All right, re-racking Josh Stanky, Ernie Williams, Michael Meek, Michael Sheridan. That's not right. Why does it do that? Josh Stanky, Michael Meek, Michael Sheridan, Ernie Williams, Cody Hartlob, Kevin Click, Mason Hannigan, Carson Meek, Jason Randolph, and Jeremy Zarfos. The top 10 still, we've only got 12 cars running on the racetrack now. We've had 8 retire. Most recent retirees were Dale Jordanson and Jimmy Mars.
Stanky ran a perfect lap there before that caution came out. Left front tire on the grass in both corners. Found the traction down there. Every inch matters on this track, and he ran a perfect lap to get back out in front of Meek right before that caution came out. We saw him earlier at Eldora. Once he got out front and had clean air, he was able to just hang on. As him and Ernie battled back and forth. we'll see. USA is a little bit different. The slider line usually doesn't come in, especially in these 360s. The bottom might go away here pretty soon, the way the track's looking. So whoever can hold it around that top side later on here in this race looks like it's going to be the way around. And if Steinke can do that, we might have a 2-for-2 situation here tonight.
All right, lights on the pace truck, going green next time. Going to lap number 37, closing in on halfway. Josh Stanky, Michael Meek, Michael Sheridan, Ernie Williams, Cody Hartlob, the top 5. Pace truck is off. Green flag back in the air. Good jump by Josh Stanky through turns 1 and 2 on the bottom side of the racetrack. Ernie Williams, first one out of line, almost with Cody Hartlob there. Side by side for the 4 spot, side by side for the 2nd position. Meek on the bottom side, Sheridan on the outside. Sheridan was going to take it as Michael Meek got a little sideways there through turns 3 and 4. Halfway, 15 down, 15 to go from race control. It's Michael Meek, Ernie Williams battling for the 3rd spot. Cody Hartlob, Kevin Click battling for 5th right behind him. Battling side by side here at the front of this field. Michael Meek looking to the inside of Williams. He will take back the 3rd spot. Williams back to 4th. Little bit of contact there with Cody Hartlob. 3 wide here for the 4th position. Kevin Click, Cody Hartlob, Ernie Williams. 3 wide down the back straightaway into turn number 3 they go. Ernie Williams going to fall back in line as Kevin Click's going to take back the 4th spot. 3 wide again at the line going into turn number 1.
Doesn't get much closer than that. Those guys were wheel to wheel, kept it off each other. Fantastic clean racing right now. As Williams going to drop back to the 6th spot. Mason Hannigan now battling on his inside. Meanwhile, Steinke just running perfect laps on the bottom of this track right now. Michael Sheridan trying to find something in the middle, but Steinke still continuing to pull away. Michael Meek running 3rd, and Click and Hartlob battling with Hannigan and Williams right behind them.
Michael Meek running in the 3rd spot. Kevin Click 4th. Cody Hartlob 5th. Mason Hannigan now in 6th. Ernie Williams 7th. Jason Randolph right there in the A spot. Great battling here from 3rd on back. All these guys trying to track down Josh Stanky, Michael Sheridan, but they're trying to sort out what running position they want with their 3 wide back here for the 4th position. Cody Hartlob, Kevin Click, Ernie Williams, Mason Hannigan. Great racing here as we're closing in on 10 laps to go. It will be 10 to go this time by here off turn number 4 for Josh Stanky.
10 to go. Hartlob right now running kind of higher and then cutting down the track right now. Looks like he's got a lot of speed doing that. He's going to pull a little gap between him and Ernie Williams right as Kevin Click and Hannigan try to battle back up front here. Meek, though, running the middle of the track. Sheridan looking for the bottom side to pick up time on Steinke, but so far Steinke's still hanging on to about a 10-car lead. He's going to run the top here in 1 and 2 as Sheridan trying to see if there's anything left on the bottom. Doesn't look like it's. Steinke with a great run as he cuts down the track off the cushion in 1 and 2, back to the top in 3 and 4.
Josh Stanky going to cut down here off turn number 4. Michael Sheridan in the 2nd spot. Michael Meek 3rd. Cody Hartlob, Ernie Williams slowly shaking themselves out back here. It's Kevin Click looking for the 5th spot. Ernie's going to take it back. Click back to 6. Mason Hannigan 7th. Best battle on the racetrack here is 5th, 6th, and 7th. Kevin Click, Ernie Williams, Mason Hannigan. As they work down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Ernie Williams, Mason Hannigan, Kevin Click. Ernie's going to try to edge ahead. He will take over the 5th spot. Kevin Click, Mason Hannigan, 6th and 7th. Back at the front of the field, Josh Stanky, Michael Sheridan, Michael Meek, the front 3.
It's been a great battle all night from 4th on back between those 4 or 5 drivers, but Steinke continuing to run the bottom. as he finds a lot of moisture down there with the left side tires just on the edge of that grass again. Sheridan trying to get down there as well to try and pick up as much time as he can, but still, again, 6-7 car lengths between those guys. They are putting a pretty good gap on the rest of the guys. Meek about 10 car lengths or so back, but right now everything kind of getting single filed out. Mason Hannigan going to run the top. He said, I don't want to just follow these guys the rest of the night. Let's see if there's anything else out there. I don't know if there is, Mason.
Going to see 4 laps to go this time by for Josh Stanky. 4 laps separate Josh Stanky in a sweep of the evening. Michael Sheridan in the second spot. Michael Meek in third. Ernie Williams fourth. Cody Hartlob in fifth. Sheridan's got 5 car lengths to get it done. Through turns 3 and 4, going to see 3 laps to go this time by Josh Stanky. Working through turns 1 and 2. Sheridan's got it to within a car length now here through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they go. Stanky going to pull away by 4 car lengths. Through turns 3 and 4. Sheridan got it to 2 car lengths here off turn number 4 with 2 laps to go.
2 to go. Sheridan, a little mistake there on the exit of 4. He's going to lose a lot of ground there as he slid up into the slick. Try to get it back here with a great entry in 1 and 2, but he looks like he got a little bit sideways on the exit of 2 right now. Stanky just a little bit better on the exit right now as they go through 3 and 4. The white flag going to be shown this time.
White flag in the air here off turn number 4 for race leader Josh Stanky. Sheridan, Meek, Williams, and Hartlob, the top 5. See if Michael Sheridan has anything for Josh Stanky. Needs run a clean half lap, but Stanky's going to pull away by 10 car lengths as they work through turns 3 and 4. Josh Stanky off turn number 4 will win the Tim's Dirt Track Simulators race here at the USA Speedway. Michael Sheridan second. Michael Meek third. Ernie Williams fourth. And Mason Hannigan, I believe, is going to come home in 5th.
Cody Hartlob.
Cody Hartlob 5th. Okay, thank you. So Josh Stanky picking up the win here in race number 2, picking up the sweep of the evening. Josh Stanky. Josh going to go around here. Going to get these front 3 guys.
The great battle there. Those top 7 cars, the whole race, really. I think we only had the 1 caution early on and then just fantastic side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel action the rest of the way.
We had some 3 wides. They were wheel-to-wheel banging off each other, and still everybody kept it in the right direction and put on a great show for everybody here tonight.
They hate the long pace laps as much as us.
Yeah, they do. All right, these guys are going to stop here. We're going to get a quick word with these guys before we shut it down for the night. I'll take that. Perfect. Josh, Meek, and Sheridan. All right, going to get Michael in the channel. Michael Meek got a copy.
Got you, man.
All right, man. Great run for you. Kept in the top 3 all night long. Just talk about how it was there from the driver's seat.
Yeah, we were out front for a little bit. Then I felt like the bottom was starting to go away, so I moved up to the middle, and that let Josh and Michael by. And then bottom came back in, and after that, we kind of just fell in line, single file. Track was really tough. It felt like a supercross track going down the straightaways. I'm pretty sure I cleared a few triples every now and then. So.
Hey, Michael, Shea Paulo here. I don't know if you noticed, but those guys behind you guys were battling really, really hard, but you guys kind of kept a good distance between yourself there. How tough was it to hit that bottom every single time? I know here at USA, the big key is trying to get those left sides on the grass in both corners. Tell everybody how tough that really is.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. And putting the car there isn't the hard part. It's trying to figure out what the car is going to do when you hit that grass, because it's kind of like unknown and you have no idea how it's going to react. So you kind of just got to roll with it. But yeah, it's definitely not easy.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody at Royal Sim Sports, Cody at Edge Racing Designs, Red Lobster, TimsSims, Edmund Trophy, y'all guys for the broadcast, and Roger for the league.
All right, man. Congrats on that 3rd place finish.
Thank you.
gonna get Mike here in the channel. Sheridan, got a copy.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Good run for you here. Great battle in there with Josh. Just came up one spot short. Just talk about the night.
Overall, was pretty happy. A lot better than that first race, how I was leading it and then walled it. Kind of sucked, but this race was definitely much better.
Michael, we saw you get right on his tilt tank there with about 5 or 6 to go. What happened there is it looked like you slid up just a little bit on the exit a few times and you was able to just stay down there. What's it like following somebody like that when they're just running perfect lap after perfect lap and there's not another line?
Gets frustrating. You're just hoping that he can hear you and that maybe he'll make a little bit of a mistake on entry, and maybe then I can get a run and get underneath of him and get a better launch off the corner than he would, but just wasn't happening. He ran a good race, and I tried going to the middle a few times, and it just didn't seem like I could get nothing. So I just had to go right back to the bottom, and wasn't really wanting to try the top because I think if I'd have brushed the wall even just a little bit, he would have gotten too far ahead of me. And so just tried to do what I was doing and keep going with what was working, and just didn't get it done.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go?
Yeah, all the guys with Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, and Wicked Relief, and Dirt Racing Network for putting this on, and Roger, and yeah, all my buddies like Kevin and Jeremy. Thanks to those guys as well.
All right, man.
Brett.
All right. Congrats on that second place finish.
Thanks, and congrats to Josh on the win.
All right. I'm going to get Josh here in the channel. Josh, got a copy, my friend.
So do, Mike.
All right, man. 2 for 2 here tonight. Put a pretty perfect race. Just talk about how it was there from the driver's seat.
Yeah, I mean, I actually thought in the beginning of the race there was lines everywhere. It ended up being where I was running the high side for a little bit, and then it just went straight down to the bottom. I always knew the bottom. There's a pretty good line if you know where it is at USA. You're just able to find all the grip strips and able to apex off the corner perfectly and just get a good run down the straightaway with such a long straightaway. It's about how much momentum you carry out of it, and then you're just going to be reaching higher miles per hour than everyone else on the track, and that's pretty much the goal at this track. I tried different lines in the end. I knew I wasn't running away from everyone. I was trying to just find that little bit more bite to secure my lead, and just even in the first race and second race, guys were just right on my butt. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I knew they were there, and it was a lot of fun. I heard there was a lot of good running back, further back in the pack of the feature, and hats off to those guys. They stayed green, and they must have had a lot. I heard they had a lot of fun, and I actually had a lot of fun on this track. It was a challenge to keep it on the bottom the way it was, to get the speed to keep it in front of the guys in second and third place. We put on a hell of a show overall.
Josh, Shea Paulo here. I mentioned it when it happened. I think that second caution, you ran an absolutely perfect lap before that to take the lead. You never looked back after that. Did you? You ran the top a few times. We noticed that it just wasn't there. When this track stays on the bottom and it never goes to the top, what's the difference between running that grass and running that wall? When it gets, I mean, I know both are treacherous, but when those left sides get on that grass, it looked like you put them all over it a few times there. What's that like exiting the corner, knowing there's a guy right behind you waiting for a mistake?
Yeah, it's kind of treacherous at this track, especially just because there's such long straightaways and you're carrying so much momentum into those turns. Really hoping the guy really doesn't throw it in too hard behind you, even if he is right there on your mirror, or if he is 3 car lengths back. It's just in a snap of a finger, you're carrying good 140, 150 miles an hour down this track, I believe. And it's a matter of seconds or split seconds that you can run up right up behind a guy, and you just trust them. You got to keep it right on that grass though. There's no bite really a lane up anymore in this track. Seems to be right on that grass, just a little bit of dark dirt that you can hook your left rear on, and just being able to keep the car straight, not over rotating on the bottom, was mainly the main key. I mean, I know for a fact we were running just slick on the bottom, and the only grip we really had was on the straightaways. Sometimes you get your car super tight just to barely get your left rear on touching the wall, and that was good grip, but you didn't want to snag up on that wall to lose momentum because the guy behind you is going to capitalize on any mistake that you made. And I felt like I barely made any mistakes, and Michael Sheridan was right behind me, and I was scared to make a mistake, and luckily I was just able to hold on the whole time.
2 for 2. another again a fantastic run. Any shout outs, sponsor thank yous, anything like that?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the guys at Black Diamond. We've been putting in a lot of practice laps, and I feel like this is showing. I just feel more confident in the car, and I know a lot of the guys on our team have been feeling more confident lately. It's all about practice on iRacing. It really is. Yeah, you can scratch your head over setups all you want. I know this is a fixed series, but at the same time, it's just seat time. You just get more confident in the car, put more practice in, and a lot of guys will just see a lot more improvement more than they just got to put in the time. And I mean, otherwise, other than that, I got to thank my sponsors as well. Tim Nichols does a great job. Does a lot of stuff for this league and other leagues around. Big shout out to him. Drew Neal at 19 Designs. All the fans, family watch at home. And yeah, and the guys who got second and third. It was a hell of a race.
All right, man. Congrats on that win and 2 for 2 on the evening, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, guys.
Josh Stanky, winner of race 1 and race 2 here tonight. Final thoughts, Shay, before we sign it off here tonight.
Josh said it perfect there. This being a fixed series, it doesn't matter. Everybody's on the same setup. So much time goes into practice and how many laps these guys can run. Everybody that's new to the league and stuff, take that to heart. There's plenty of practice sessions and stuff like that open. Plenty of guys willing to help. Fantastic race, both races. Very few cautions. Steinke obviously sweeping both, and look forward to coming back with Thursday night and seeing if I can compete with these guys in the 410s.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming to hang out with me here tonight. It was a lot of fun, and you're a welcome addition here to the Dirt Racing Network. So welcome, and hopefully we have you back here. Hopefully next Monday. I know you said you'll be back with Roger on Wednesday, and so hopefully I have you back next Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to it. I appreciate you having me tonight. I can't thank you guys enough for welcoming me into this. I've had a lot of fun doing it.
All right, man. So for Roger Wagner, Jeff Peterson, Shea Paulo, my name is Mike Peterson. Thank you for tuning in here tonight. Josh Stanky picked up the win in both races here tonight. Roger Wagner and Shea Powell will be back Wednesday night with the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series, 9 p.m. Eastern time for that one. So until then, have a great evening, and we will talk to you again Wednesday night. Good night.